The Facility Management Special Feature webinar will cover how to create and manage facilities at the organization level, how to manage facilities at the event level, some chemical-specific facility features, and viewing facility information on the event map. The facility feature in CBRNResponder can be used to identify critical buildings that are pertinent to the response of an incident, and you can then also associate data with that building or facility. Some various facility types include, but are not limited to, nuclear power plants, chemical storage sites, community reception centers, and independent spent fuel storage installation sites. Facilities can be created at the organizational level, and they can be shared across the CBRNResponder network or at the event level. To start, we'll go over how to create and manage facilities at the organization level. For facilities that your organization deals with on a regular basis, or ones that you would like to have for situational awareness on your events, you can opt to create facilities at the organization level instead of creating them from scratch for each event. You can also opt to automatically add organizational facilities to specific event types by default. And a main benefit of creating facilities at the organization level is that you can copy over organization facilities to events, but you cannot copy event facilities over to your organization. So we'll go through now how to create a facility at the organization level and how you can automatically add those facilities to events when you create them. So first, as always, you'll need to log into CBRNResponder. And if you have some of those advanced organization permissions, you'll be able to manage and create facilities. So once in the organization space, you're going to open the Facilities tab on the left-hand side, and it will bring you to the Facilities list page. From here, you can view your organization's existing facilities in this list, or you can opt to create a new one. So I'm going to click Add Facility, and I'll be brought to this form. So this Add Facility page is where I will need to fill out all of the required fields that are marked with a red asterisk. And we also recommend that you fill out as many optional fields as you can, so you have as much information that you have available with your CBRNResponder facility. So name is required, a description or a comment isn't required. Same with type. However, we do highly recommend you type your facility. So the importance of typing a facility is that you can then choose which events you want these types of facilities to automatically be added to. So the available types that you have to choose from is based on the hazard types your organization has enabled. So if you only have a chemical or a chem responder organization, you aren't going to be able to create a nuclear power plant, and vice versa. If you are a rad responder only organization, you will not be able to create a chemical storage facility. But if you have both chem and rad, you'll be able to see all of these facility types. So we have chemical storage, community reception centers, equipment depots, fixed laboratories, independent spent fuel storage installations, nuclear power plants, operations center, and other, which you can use for any other type of building or facility, sample storage, staging, and testing. You can select your facility type from the drop-down list from that Create Facility page. And depending on which facility type you choose, you may unlock additional facility details. So for example, if I choose the type of chemical facility, I'm now going to see a Tier 2 checkbox under Active, as well as a chemical storage facility details section. So these details will include the NAICS code, the Dun and Bradstreet numbers, TRI facility ID, etc. If this is subject to emergency planning, if this is subject to chemical accident prevention, so you can really fill in all of the relevant information to that chemical storage facility that you wouldn't be able to unless it was typed as a chemical facility. Similarly, with the Community Reception Center or CRCs, you'll be able to now fill out the Community Reception Center details, which includes the date it opened, estimated throughput, point of contact, does it take pets, etc., as well as the ability to upload resources. So after you choose your type, you will then be prompted to choose a sharing mode. So the sharing modes for facilities are the same types of sharing modes for events. So my organization only means this facility can only be accessed by members of your organization. Network-wide, this can be accessed by any of the 10,000 plus CBRNResponder users. Partners only, your facility can be accessed by your organization's standing partnerships if you chose to share those facilities with them. And private means that it will only be accessible to you, and not even your organization can access private facilities. Next, you'll need to check the active box. So if you check active, this means that the active records will appear in the list of facilities for collecting data on the website and mobile app. So if you want your responders to be able to associate data with that facility, you will need to select the active option. And I'm going to skip default event scenarios for now and go over right to the icon, and then we'll go back. So you can choose the icon that you would like the facility to be associated with on the event map from our list of, I believe, 100 plus or so different icons. So it's defaulted as the sort of that building skyscraper image that you can see there. But again, you can scroll through those icons to select a unique icon for your facilities. Backing up to that default event scenarios field, so this is where you can select event scenarios that the facility will automatically be added to once an event with the corresponding scenario is created. And you can choose multiple event scenarios. This is a multi-select field. So for example, if I am creating a new facility and it is a nuclear power plant, which you can see highlighted here, it may make sense for me to also say that anytime I have a nuclear power plant response and I create a nuclear power plant scenario event, that this facility is automatically added. So that's what that event scenarios or the default event scenarios option is for. So that way at the start of an event, you don't have to worry about adding your facilities. It's just automatically added at the start. And last but not least, the final required field is the location of the facility. So this can be entered as a lat long, you can enter it as an address, or you can select from the map. And if you have not selected a facility type, such as the chemical storage or community reception center that initiates additional sections, the last section will be contacts. And this is where you can add facility contacts. So as you can see here, I added an emergency contact of Jane Smith, and I can choose to add additional ones. And this is a free text form, and so the contact for that facility does not have to have a CBRNResponder account. You can just type in the name, address, email, phone number if you would like. So now I'm done filling out the organization level facility form. I'll click Save. And now my facility will appear on my organization's facility list. So next I want to discuss the facility details. So while we did create a new facility and fill out all of the required fields, depending on the type of facility I have, or for additional rad types or chem, I can add additional information to my facility. So again, once my facility has been created, I'm going to click that blue magnifying glass next to the name of my facility. And this is going to open the details. And this is where I can add floor plans, sampling locations, documents, and other associated information with my facility. At the top of all of your facility details pages, you will be able to export your facility information into an Excel, KML, or shapefile. You can import sampling locations, except if your facility is typed as a chemical storage or community reception center facility type, which you can see with that asterisk. You can also delete the facility, disable it, which will make it inactive, or edit the general information of the facility. We'll talk first about sampling locations. So the benefit of adding sampling locations to your facility is that this allows you to associate data with those sampling locations when your responders are collecting data. And the importance of collecting data associated with a sampling location means that you can pull up that sampling location and see a list of all collected data that has been taken at that location, regardless of event. So this will be really helpful for you to see trends, make decisions, and determine what a typical reading may look like at that location. You will be unable to see a historical record of readings in the same location if the readings are not associated with the sampling location or facility. So in order to add sampling locations to your facility, you can either import them in bulk from that top section under facility details, or if you scroll down on the facility details page, you can add them manually. I'm just going to discuss how to import them in bulk. So what you'll do is you'll click import sampling locations and you'll be brought to the sampling location import page. We always suggest that you click the download template file with instructions, no matter how many times you've done this before, just to make sure you have the most updated Excel spreadsheet. So you'll download the template file, and once the Excel spreadsheet was downloaded, you'll fill it out with all the required fields, save it to your computer, and then go back to your sampling location import page, choose that file, whatever you named it as, and then click upload for your sampling locations to be uploaded in bulk. So like I mentioned, if you do create a facility and sampling location, you can associate data with it. So if you are a responder, this is sort of what it will look like on the mobile app side. So if your facility is active and on the event, you can now associate data with your facility or sampling location by choosing the sampling location as your location entry mode. So you can see on the second screen, the facility is the CLA background facility and the sampling location is sampling 1, which in turn will allow you to view all data collected at that sampling location. So I'm going to expand the details for sampling location 1 by clicking that blue magnifying glass. And then I'm going to expand the collected data table, which is highlighted in green. And now I will be able to see a historical record for all data taken at this location. Next, for facilities, you can add floor plans. So floor plans are how you will associate data as being indoors. And so from the facility details page next to the floor plan section, you will click Create Floor Plan. From this Add Floor Plan to Facility page, you will have to select a name for the floor plan, add a description if you would like, and upload the image of the floor plan. So please note that at this time, only image files are accepted, so JPEGs, PNGs, etc. And you can add as many floor plans to a facility as you would like. So right here I have floor 1, floor 2, and it's helpful to have the name of the floor plan be as descriptive and as differentiable as possible so your responders know exactly which floor plan they need to be selecting depending on where in the building they are. So in turn, if you are using the mobile app and you are a responder, what you'll do is you'll turn on that is indoor toggle, which you can see above the first screenshot in the red outline. You'll select your facility, so mine is going to be Chainbridge EOC, and then you'll select the facility floor plan, and I chose the second floor. And then I will be able to see the floor plan on my mobile app, and then I will just tap wherever I am currently located where I want my reading to be associated with. Next for facility details is that you can upload documents. So this is really helpful if you want to upload a site plan or other documentation that anyone who accesses the facility can view. So what you'll do under documents is click manage, and then under the manage facility documents, you can either download the document that's already uploaded or delete it. And if you want to add a document, you'll click add document. You'll upload your file and a file name, and then you'll select the type. So this could be a site plan or other. We have a variety of different types of documents you can upload. If you choose for your facility to be typed as a chemical storage facility, you'll have some additional details that you can add. So here, under my facility detail section of a chemical storage facility, I am now going to have a chemical section, which again, this will not be available if you do not type your facility as chemical storage. To add a chemical associated with my facility, I'm going to click Add Chemical, and I'll be brought to this Add Chemical page. So here's where I can choose the chemical and then fill out as much additional information as I can under this General Information section. So I can search for my chemical. I can check the states that the chemical is in and some other checkboxes here. The second section includes hazards, so you can select the physical and health hazards associated with the chemical that is on site at the facility. And again, this is just a checkbox and a multi-select option. And finally, the last section is the inventory and storage information. And so this will allow you to enter all of the storage information related to the chemical, such as the maximum amount, the average daily amount, number of days on site, and type of storage, storage conditions, storage locations, etc. And this is really important in the case of a real-world incident where someone is responding to an incident at this facility. If this facility is updated in RadResponder and it has, or CBRNResponder, and it has all of this information, it's really going to give them some better situational awareness to know what they're walking into. So that was creating facilities at the organization level. And so now I want to talk a little bit about facilities at the event level and what the difference is. So if you did not create a facility at the organization level, you can always create an ad hoc event facility if needed. You can also copy over an organization facility or any other organization that is shared with you to add to your event. And you do need to have the event manager role in order to manage event level facilities. So in my event space on CBRNResponder, I'm going to select into the event that I want to either add or view a facility to. I'm going to expand the configuration menu on the left-hand side and then select facilities. And this page is going to look really similar to the organization level facilities, and that's because the function is mostly the same. So if a facility has been added to your event by default, it will show up in this list. So if this is a brand new event and I just created it and I navigate to my facilities page and I see a facility listed here, that's because it was either selected as a default event type, so it was automatically added, or if I am a partner on the event, it may be my partner's facility. If you want one of your organization facilities to be on this event and it's not currently in that list, you can manually add it to your event by clicking Add Facility. And from here, you are going to add your facility by choosing Select from Existing, and then you'll search for the name of your facility. Now, this search is going to probably have more than just the facilities created at your organization, because it's going to have facilities that are shared with you. So if they're network-wide, that means everyone can access it. You'll see that in this list as well. So just make sure you select the right one. You can then add some event-specific details relating to your facility, so including the status and the hours of operation. And then once you're done, you'll just click Save Changes, and now the facility will be added to your event. If you need to create an ad hoc facility at the event, you can click Add Facility. So this will be, for example, if this is only going to be a facility pertinent to this event. If you do need to create a new facility that you can envision you using in the future for other events, it may make the most sense to create it at your organization level. But regardless, you can create them at an ad hoc level. So I'm going to click Add Facility. At the top, under the Select Existing or Create New, I'm going to choose Create New. And then I'm going to fill out all the facility details and general information that are the same from the organization space. And I'm also going to fill out the event-specific details, which again includes the status and the hours of operation. I'll click Save, and now my facility has been created at the event level and the event level only. Next, I want to talk about facilities on the event map, how you can view them on the map and seeing your data in a geospatial format, and also how you can access facility information from the map space. So via the CBRNResponder event maps, you can geospatially view the facilities and their corresponding organization by opening the map section in your event. From my map, I need to ensure that my facilities layer is toggled on under that orange layers menu, which you can see in the left-hand side. And then I'm going to collapse the layers menu by clicking on it and expand the facilities menu, which you can see outlined in green. And the facilities menu will display all of the available facilities on my event. So I can see that the current event that I am in only has one facility available, which is the demo chemical site with floor plans. If I want to see where the facility is located on the map, I'm going to click the waypoint icon next to the facility name. And once I click that icon, the event map is going to center around the facility, which is really helpful if you have a large scale incident, you're covering a lot of space. By clicking that waypoint icon, it's going to put your map directly where your facility is located. The icon you see on the event map is dependent on the one that you chose at the time of creating your facility. So for example, if I chose this birthday cake as my icon, it will show up as a birthday cake icon on the event map. Choosing an icon could be really useful if you have a lot of facilities in a small area, so you can easily differentiate them without clicking on them. But again, this is totally optional and up to you. Once you click on the facility icon, you can view the quick details of the facility, and this will pop out on the left-hand side. So you'll be able to see the type, the status, the number of sampling locations, if it's a tier 2, if it's a chemical storage, any chemicals that are stored there, and some floor plan information. If you do have floor plans on your facility and there's data associated with it, you will see a little number in the upper right-hand corner of your facility icon. So mine right here says 4, and this just indicates that the data count in the floor plans is 4. So there are 4 pieces of data on my floor plans with this facility. I can click on the additional details under the quick details side menu that we just saw to see all of my facility information while staying within the event map space. So I don't have to navigate back and forth between pages. So if I click additional details, I am now going to get a pop-up on the right-hand side of my map. And under the details section, which is outlined in orange, it's going to give me all of the details that I filled out, whether creating it on an event or at the organization level. If I have a chemical storage facility and I want to see the chemicals that are associated, I can click the chemicals tab, and this is where I'll be able to view them. And I can also click recent readings, and this section will show me the last 10 readings that is associated with this facility, and it is not event specific. So any reading that has been taken at this facility, regardless of the event, will show up in this recent readings list. If I want to view the floor plans of my facility, I can either click on the icon under the facilities tab or from the facilities quick details. So on the left, this is from that facilities menu. I can click that floor plan icon, or from the quick details that will pop out in the side nav, I can click view floor plans, and it will take me to the same space. From the floor plans list, it's going to show me all of the floor plans associated with my facility. So right here on the left-hand screenshot, you can see floor 1. If I had multiple floor plans, there would be a list. So maybe it'd be floor 1, floor 2, floor 3. And whichever floor plan I want to see the data for, I'm going to click view data. And I'm now going to be brought to the floor plan map instead of the general event map. So I can see here, this is my floor plan and all of my data, which is outlined in red. Some additional facility information that you can gather from the event map is the ability to export the data, so you don't have to go back into the facilities detail page. You can do it directly from the event map. So you'll click export facility details, and you'll choose the format, either Excel, KMZ, or shapefile. And again, you can now have an external copy of all of the facility information on your event for that facility. So that pretty much wraps up the basics of facility management and how you can add facilities to your events by either creating them from your organization space or at an ad hoc level basis. And also the importance of adding as much information as you can to your facilities to aid in a real world or emergency response. The slides and video from today's webinar will be available in the resource library and on YouTube. And we also have a facilities job aid that you will be able to find in the resource library as well. If you have any questions, whether it's pertinent to today's webinar or any other CBRNResponder related questions, you can always email us at support@cbrnresponder.net, or you can visit our resource library to view job aids, videos, and more.